Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today I'm returning to Ultimate General Civil War. This is going to be part 4, I think it is, of my Ultimate General Let's Play for the Confederacy. So we did a 6-part live stream that ended disastrously with us being fired shortly before the Battle of Shiloh as a Union general, and we've done several live streams as a Confederate general, the first 3 parts of which have made up the beginning of this Confederate series. In this video, I'm going to be returning to that series, to the Ultimate General Civil War campaign, playing as the Confederacy. And again, this is part of a live stream, so this is going to be about a 30-minute segment from that live stream. It's the beginning of one of the streams, so there is a little bit of an explanation of what's going on, what's happened in the past, and what have you. So without me rambling too much, why don't we go ahead and jump back into the series, and I hope you guys all enjoy. Oh, one quick aside, before we jump back into the stream, I just wanted to say I'm thankful for all of you. Yesterday, in my video, I didn't mention it, but it was Thanksgiving, and I just want to say that, I do YouTube kind of on the side just for fun. I enjoy playing historical games, talking about historical topics. I've had a lot of fun over the last week and a half streaming and seeing the audience continually growing and engaging with all of you. It's really been a blast, and I know everybody has a lot of different things going on in their life. I've got a lot of other things going on myself, but I think it's really something special to be able to share your gaming experience and have other people connect with you, people who we otherwise wouldn't know. The channel, I think recently, either if it hasn't by the time this video posted, then it will within a day or two, has just hit 2 million views. And I've been around for 4 years, so it's not like that's a crazy, YouTube milestone. 2 million views isn't a ton. It's certainly peanuts compared to, a lot of people who actually do this for a living. But someone who just does this for fun and enjoys talking about, topics in history that, really are not something that are in the mainstream that you'd expect to get a ton of views. 2 million views means a lot to me. That's awesome, and we're rapidly closing in on 10,000 subscribers as well, which is another, pretty impressive milestone in my opinion. It might still be 2 or 3 months before we get there, but we're certainly closing in on another milestone. And to be able to have shared my gaming experience, share some of my knowledge, have some really interesting historical discussions with all of you in the last 4 years that I've been doing this kind of, off and on, means a lot to me. And I really appreciate all of you who tune in. I really appreciate just this platform to be able to share these experiences. I've had some great interactions with developers. Things are getting better and better, and you all are a part of that. You all make that possible. I've always said it. I don't chase the views. I play what I want to play, and I share what I want to share. But if literally no one was watching, if it's a couple hundred views a video, and I still have some interesting experiences in talking with people and, that kind of a thing, I'd still do this. It's not like I'm doing this for the money. There's not a lot of money to be made, if we're being honest, in the strategy or wargaming sphere. But, the fact that I get to talk to a lot of you, get to comment with a lot of you in the chats, the live streams have been fantastic with an amazing amount of discussions between everybody. That's all what really makes this even more enjoyable. I enjoy playing video games. I enjoy reading and talking about history. But there's an extra avenue, an extra outlet, thanks to YouTube and thanks to all of you. So I just want to say thankful to all of you. Say thank you. Good Lord, I should edit that out, but I won't. I want to say thank you to all of you. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everything about this, and I just want to say thanks again. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump back into the stream. Enough of the soapboxing, and hope you guys all enjoy. We are picking up where we left off last time with the Confederate campaign I started as my character Turner Hill Garnett, commander of my 1st Corps. You can see here we built out our corps in the last video. We've got 2 divisions now, of 1 division of 3 infantry brigades and an artillery battery, 1 division of 2 infantry brigades, an artillery battery, and 500 skirmishers. So we are all set more or less, although we do have a little bit of money left over. We've got $126,496. We still have some manpower, but this money component, I'm kind of tempted to go in and change people's weapons around. I think everybody right now has Springfields. The one thing that holds me back from doing that is the fact, and by the way, they're the 1842 smoothbore Springfields, so not good Springfields. But the one thing that's holding me back from going in and upgrading all these weapons is the knowledge that yes, I know, we have supply, is that we have a battle coming up here. We're going to play either the ambush or the stay alert. But we've got a battle coming up here that's only going to give us a little bit, $74,000 or $49,000 in money, and we could very well lose a large percentage of our force. And then if we have got to replace all of them and we've spent all this money and don't have anything to carry over, I'd be a little bit leery of our ability to make sure we're in the best possible shape we can be by the time we get to Shiloh, which is we're now in the Western Theater campaign, and we've got 2 preemptory battles, and then we've got Shiloh to fight. So I'm a little bit leery of that, but I think that even if I lose this ambush convoy, I still get $49,000, so I can at least spend that and still leave some remaining money left over that that can be used to rebuild the forces if things go poorly. So right now you can see here I think we're all standardized actually now, so that we're all using the 1842 Springfield smoothbore musket. Otherwise in Civil War General 2, it's known as the U.S. smoothbore 1842. But I think what we'll do is we'll take a look at the Stonewall Brigade. This is our best brigade. So I'm kind of tempted and Nevermore, I have not actually played Children of Dead Earth. I think I've looked into it. It looks interesting. I just haven't had the time. I'm tempted to say this is our best brigade, so let's make sure they have the best weapons. The flip side of that is if they're our best brigade, they should be able to stand out the best without substantial weapons and do better than another unit might. So the weapons may be kind of a diminishing return. But let's just take a look here. So right now you can see here we're on the 1842. We could upgrade the weapons a little bit. You can see here the melee is pretty high, the efficiency is about mid-range, and the reloading's really far down. If we were to scroll down here, we can see the efficiency, for example, on the 1841 Mississippi is far higher. That means it's got a better range, I believe. The melee is about the same, a little bit lower. The reloading is a little bit slower as well. So slightly slower reload speeds, much better range, and about the same melee. But if we were to do that, it would cost us $25,000. So I'd be comfortable doing that. There's 4,700 of them in the shop. Now, the 1841 was a rifle, I believe, or a rifled musket, but it was a little bit more. Actually, no, it was a rifle, so it had a better range than the smoothbore. But again, back in the 1842 time period, this thought that the engagements would all occur inside of 100+ yards, and buck and ball being like a shotgun round with the 1842 made people favor the 1842 over other types of weapons. I'm not familiar with the M&J Type 2. This one's a rifled slingshot, whatever the heck that means. This one's a rifle single shot. Oh my god, I can't read. Single shot. That's embarrassing. Or we could go with the Lorenz, which has much higher efficiency and about the same reloading speeds as the Springfield. So I'm actually kind of tempted to go with the Lorenz. The Lorenz was an imported rifle from Austria. Had very differing levels of reliability. If you got like the surplus Austrian weapons, they were kind of If you got new production Austrian weapons, they could be really good. And some people actually compared the Lorenz in some scenarios to the Enfield, which the pattern 1853. This is the British Enfield rifled musket, which was kind of the iconic weapon for the Confederacy. The Union had more Springfield 1855s and 61s, but the Confederacy relied more on the imported Enfield due to its limited manufacturing capabilities. Nonetheless, we can bump this up and get the Lorenz rifle here for our Stonewall Brigade. And I'm actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it might make sense to just equip this entire division with better weapons. So we don't have enough for more Lorenz. As you can see, we only have 700 in the shop, so we've kind of maxed out our ability to upgrade to the Lorenz. We could go to the Mississippi, which is a little bit cheaper, but again, the reloading's a little bit slower. Still, it's a better weapon. Do we want to do that? I'm kind of tempted, but I actually think I'm going to change my mind, and I'm going to keep that money in our coffers. And then what's our other gun battery? 12 6-pounders. Do we want to upgrade our artillery maybe? These are 8 guns. We need at least 8. We could go to the 12-pound howitzer. We're using the 12-pound Napoleon here. 6-pound spring. Let's see. If we go to the 12-pound howitzer, we get much higher damage. Efficiency is actually a little bit less. and reloading's a little bit less. So also that's one other thing. If you click on the weapon, it'll compare it to your existing weapon. So if we go to the Napoleon, you can see here much greater damage, slightly better efficiency, same reloading. If we go to the Howitzer, we can see better damage, but lower efficiency and lower reloading. And again, I believe efficiency is range, so correct me if I'm wrong. The Napoleon was kind of the iconic smoothbore anti-personnel artillery weapon used during the war. It was the most devastating weapon at close range, although not quite as effective at longer range because it was a smoothbore. Meanwhile, kind of the 3-inch ordnance rifle or the 10-pound ordnance was the iconic Union gun of choice. Much better at long range than the Confederate Napoleon, but not quite as good and not anywhere nearly as good at close range. The rifling isn't as good at being used for canister fire. Honestly, I think we're going to keep things about where they are. We've got some sharps on the snipers. The range is actually kind of low with that, though. Maybe we want to... I know I did just spend money giving them the sharps. It reloads really fast, which is the nice thing, but it's short range. Nah, I guess we'll keep them with the sharps. It may not be the best weapon of choice. I've been partial to it. We could add a second corps, our current general, if we want to go and take a look at ourselves. If we go to our career here, you can see here we've got a max division size of 2, which means we can have 2 divisions in an individual corps, I think. And then we've got 2 corps that we can max out at. But right now I'm not going to build a whole new corps. I don't even think I could bring all these brigades to combat if we were. We've got 2 choices, an ambush convoy option or a stay alert option. I'm going to continue going down the sort of timeline, so I'm not going to go here. I don't know if you go to a future date campaign, like if we fight a battle in February of 62, are we not able to go back and fight a battle in September of 61? I don't know the answer to that. So I am going to fight them in chronological order. So this is one of those hypothetical minor engagements you can see here. Ambush convoy, 29 September 1861. The Union is massing its army near our capital. Richmond is most certain, near our capital, Richmond. It is most certain that they're preparing to attack and threaten our new government with premature destruction. Our scouts reported that one of their most important supply convoys, loaded with heavy ammunition and weapons, is on the way to support the Yankee Army. We need to ambush and seize those supplies. 2 local cavalry units have already been taken, or have already taken position to join the attack under your command. So if I had built another division, I probably would have added cavalry in one of the divisions, but it sounds like we've got 2 cavalry units already in this battle, so hopefully it doesn't hurt us too much not having our own cavalry. You can see here the Union are moving south. We're moving from left to right across the map, or west to east, to try and cut them off. And you can see here we have 7 brigades. You can have a maximum of 10, so we could add another division if we went back. That actually makes me a little nervous. It looks like the Union have considerably more troops than we do, 14,024 guns. So now that I think about it, given that we're at a 5,000-man disadvantage, I'm actually going to go back to the camp and build that 2nd division. I didn't really want to do it, but in this situation, I think it's clear that we don't have sufficient forces to deal with the enemy. So Derek Bragg's going to be our division commander. He's the only one available right now for a division. He's a brigadier general. 6,200 is the cost to get him, so we'll do that. And we'll go ahead and create, not a new division, sorry, we'll create a new corps. So each corps has their own supply level, and this general looks like we can give him a specialty, so we'll give him... I'm not too worried about ammo right now. I've got money to buy more. I think we'll make his troops faster. Also seems relevant in this kind of a engagement. We'll bump the supply up to 10,000. You can see here we're really eating into our money. Derek Bragg, and then ourself, Turner Hill Garnett. Turner Hill Garnett's us, right? That's me. Turner Hill Garnett, yeah. Anyway, so we're now at our max 2 corps. I have to add a new division, so we'll go ahead and create that. That costs money as well. The current division commander will make it Albert Little. It'll cost a little bit extra, but he's much better. And then we'll go ahead and add, let's see here. I guess we'll probably just add some more. We've got 1,500 Springfields in the armory. So we'll go ahead and get those free weapons at 1,500 men for one of our brigades. Barton will be the commander. It looks like we can add a specialty here for them. So we'll go with discipline, I think. Efficiency, stamina, speed. Yeah, we'll go discipline. And then we've still got 3,000 men left over. We're only going to make 1 division out of this because we can only fit 3 more units within it. But I think what we'll do is we'll make 2 infantries and 1 cavalry is... Well, actually, let's make the cavalry first, because I don't know how big. They can be up to 750. And then what kind of weapon? What can we afford here? We'll go with the sharps. The range isn't great, but the reloading is very good. It's very poor. Well, actually, honestly, in this battle, I'm going to guess that we may end up with some melee fighting if we're trying to intercept a convoy. So maybe we go with the palmetto. This will be better at charging. You can see the melee is very strong on it, but the actual shooting and whatnot isn't. But I'm going to go with more of the traditional cavalry route and go with a charging, hard-fighting cavalry unit. So we'll go with one of them, and then I think we'll go with one more infantry brigade to use up our remaining... well, we've got 2 more brigades. Well, we'll see. Okay, so Springfields, we don't have enough to fully out... Oh, we do. We can outfit them. Oh, no, we can't. Because we don't have 1,500 guns. I don't even know if we have... We do have 1,500 Mississippis. It'll cost 25,000. But we'll get some rifles in there. So, it doesn't leave us a ton of money. We're really using up the entire Army's budget. But that actually hits us up against our maximum number of brigades we can deploy in this battle anyway. So the Second Corps will be 2 infantry brigades and 1 cavalry brigade. And then we'll have 6 infantry or 5 infantry brigades in the First Corps with two artillery batteries and some skirmishers. We'll jump in. I'm just going to see what you guys think, and then we'll get going. I do know you can split skirmishers from your infantry brigades, but I do find value in having designated skirmishers or sharpshooters. Let's see, you guys are complaining about... Oh. You guys are complaining about the name of the corps. I should probably be consistent, so we should go with Roman numerals. Glad I could resolve that for you before the battle started. We'll go ahead and deploy. Actually, I think that was a waste of effort, because I don't think I can only deploy 1 corps to the battlefield anyway. God damn it. So we are... That's interesting. So now it's saying the enemy has 18,000 men. So there must be some element of fog of war here, guys. So I wonder if it's kind of like the whole Pinkerton effect, where every time, you scout the enemy, you think they have dramatically more men than they do. Still says 18,000. I'm going to have to trust that these numbers are fudged, because we don't have enough divisions. We can't fit more divisions in this corps, so the most brigades we're going to be able to fit is 7. I can't put 2 corps in on the field in this battle. So that was a waste of money and time, but we can always maybe scalp or scavenge some of those other units and put them in as replacements if this battle goes poorly. So I'm about to get started, guys. Wish me luck. The Union is massing its army near our capital, Richmond. It is most certain they're preparing to attack and threaten our new government with premature destruction. Our recon units report that one of their most important convoys loaded with heavy ammunition and weapons is going to pass from this road in about an hour. They're going to meet with General McDowell, who's leading about 7,000 infantry and needs those supplies. General, this is a great opportunity to ambush and seize those supplies from the Yankees before McDowell arrives with his much stronger army. Local cavalrymen will join you in our attack. Good, because I didn't bring a corps with any cavalry. I probably should have moved those troops around. If we succeed, not only can we use the supplies for our army, but we'll surely impress our people in West Virginia and get more military support. General, it's going to be a risky process. If the Federals are too strong, it is advised to return to the woods and fight them another day. Good luck. Okay, so they're going to go down this road. We'll need to get troops over there. We've got Battles Brigade. I should have renamed Battles Brigade. Is that the name of the commander? I think so. Skirmishers in the middle. Bartlow's Widows near the top. I can't move these cavalry? No? I thought I had 2 cavalry units. Oh, I do. Okay, so I can't move those cavalry. Whatever. Convoy, let's see here. Actually, I'm going to put my artillery here. Hopefully that gives them a good line of sight. In this kind of clearing right here. I'm thinking that should give them a good line of sight right toward the enemy. And our 1,500 soldiers up near the top of the map. Okay, so we'll see what happens here. The Irish Brigade is kind of in reserve. And then my skirmishers here, which I will advance my skirmishers this way. So everything looks good. I can't move these guys for whatever reason. And we'll go ahead and get started. Move the cavalry right away. We'll move the skirmishers out to this farm. Okay, are there any positions along the way? We're actually going to move the infantry down here to block the enemy. Oh boy. You can see the enemy has... Well, I don't know if they can pull their... Let's see here. Maybe they'll retreat their supplies north and then we can charge down on them. We're kind of hidden in the woods here. Okay, so the enemy may be charging across some open fields, and we'll be in the woods. So this could be some very fortunate results. I'm just hoping the transports can't go off the map. So go ahead and withdraw these guys. Get them back in the woods. And we're going to move these guys down here. So we got one of the convoys. Keep these guys in the woods. And if the enemy tries to withdraw convoys to either flank, we'll use these cavalry in the woods to hopefully prevent them from being able to do that. Meanwhile, if they decide to come across these fields toward our infantry, we'll be ready. I would really not mind if they move these supplies north and away from their troops. So this is very much almost like just a generic Western theater cavalry raid, you know, stop the enemy supplies to stop the offensive, which is very historically in keeping with what happened in the Civil War in the Western theater, especially early when cavalry really derailed several Union offensives by getting in behind them and cutting their line of supply. Still waiting to see if the enemy AI decides, hey, maybe we should actually go across the ways and fight these guys. They've only got a couple more troops of the convoy spotted. So I'm wondering if us waiting may not be a good idea. Because it definitely looks like reinforcements are coming in. I should have attacked right away. That's what I should have done. Let's see, how's our artillery doing? We'll leave our horses in the woods here. Hopefully they don't come get us. You can see our cavalry is being useful in spotting these enemies. I was really hoping they would come after me, though, rather than me have to come after them. It looks like I may pay for delaying. The best bet may have been to charge up front and just go after them, hell-mel, and then pull out, but in this case, I didn't do that. Oh, they've spotted my horsemen. We're going to pull them back a little bit. Let's see. Actually, what might not be a bad idea. These enemy guns up here are a little bit exposed, so if these guys keep moving south toward the main part of the map, I may use my cavalry against the artillery pieces. I'm taking my time, guys. This may be overly cautious on my part, but that's what I'm doing. Flanked. Oh, from artillery. Alright, wait for it. Sure hope they can get through these woods quick. The enemy guns are mounted up too. I might be able to hit them before they form back up because they're moving their guns south. Come on, charge them. Why aren't you charging these guns? So I've got to wait for this. There's like a refill meter or something. You can't charge for a certain amount of time. God damn it, that's all fucking bullshit. Get out of there. Are they really just gonna sit back there and wait? Really? I wouldn't mind restarting this battle, knowing what I know now. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to advance across open ground. If the enemy wants to keep trying to come in on my horsemen, I'm okay with that. Okay. We are heavily outnumbered here. I'm just trying to do whatever I can to get in on these supplies. Marching across an open field feels very Napoleonic. It's never time to withdraw. What are you talking about, Scooby-Doo? I'm going to move the horsemen around. I'm going to try and route his cavalry up here. I'm hoping maybe I can get at one more of these wagons if we can, you know, deal his cavalry a bit of a blow. These guys are doing okay. I know no such thing as retreat. Maybe I should know such a thing as retreat. Fire your damn weapons! Oh my god, they just stood there and took fire and didn't do anything. I didn't tell them not to shoot. Okay. Who's Major Battle anyway? Oh. He's wounded. I wish I could just sneak around their lines. I'm hoping if I hit this button, they just pull out from the field, right? That's kind of the idea. So I'm hoping this withdraw button actually withdraws us off the edge of the map and ends the battle. Obviously a defeat. We did take out 1/3 of their supplies, which is nice. But I don't think that'll do much for us in this battle. We maintained the majority of our force. We lost some casualties, but, you know, we certainly didn't get destroyed. Let's take a look in the chat while we wait for these guys to pull off the map and see what you guys think. Yes, guys, I see. I pulled the skirmishers out. I got you. Almost forgot them in this little village hut here thing or whatever. So this will be a defeat. It'll hurt our prestige, but at the end of the day, I think we'll end up with more money and more men than we had to start the fight. Gained a little bit of experience. Didn't lose too heavily, I don't think. To your point, yes, I was just bleeding men dry, but you got to at least put up a little bit of a show of strength, right? You don't just immediately give in without saying you gave it an effort. So I actually really like that setup. If only the Union would have come across that field at us. We had some damn nice defensive positions in these woods. And if I had rushed them right away, I probably would have been fine, but I waited too long, obviously. And then by that point, it was too late. I tend to be a little bit overcautious in these games. I don't play super aggressive, and sometimes that comes back to bite me, especially, in general, RTSs seem to be the type of games you've really got to go for it all out to start. And that just doesn't tend to be the way that I play, which makes those kind of things a little bit difficult. But we're pulling off the edge of the map here. I'm actually about due for a drink. I started some scotch before the stream, but this is pretty much all gone. So I may grab a drink here in between fights once we have a chance to assess our forces. Evil, it's not a new CSA campaign. I started this campaign yesterday night, so it was new yesterday. So I lost as the Union in the live stream on the first night of the game coming out, and lost pretty badly and decided, hey, I'm going to go ahead and do a Confederate stream and see what happens. Victory, interesting. Okay, so we get credit for a victory, even though we only took one of their supply convoys. You can see here we lost 600 men. 143 cavalry, so the enemy actually lost fewer men, about 200 fewer infantry, 20 more artillery, but they had 120 men missing, so that about evens the odds. We also took out 2 of their guns, so that was nice. We didn't lose any guns. In terms of officers, and Andre Battle was wounded, Alfred Ashmore's promoted, and what did we seize? We got 5,000 captured supplies from that wagon. We rescued some Lorenzas, which were dropped, some Springfields, and we captured some Palmetto. So nothing too astonishing, but hey, we won the battle, right? We also exchanged 120 prisoners for an extra 126 recruits. So we got $74,000 more dollars, 4,400 more troops, and +4 reputation, 1 career point as well. So let's go over here, and I'm thinking what we need to do is army organization, because I really need to be able to build bigger divisions. The next level will still allow only 2 corps, but will allow 3 divisions per corps, 4 brigades per division. So that will help, I think. Yeah. So if we go back here, it allows us to add a 3rd division, which I'm interested if maybe I can switch that over? Yes, so I can put the division I already started making as part of this 1st corps. And then I don't know if we'll want to just kind of leave this guy here and do nothing with him or what. Can I disband this brigade? I don't know if I'd want to, but anyway. So Battle is wounded. We need a new Officer. Give the best guy we can. Oh, wait. Your officer's dead or severely wounded. Yes. Okay, I knew that. All right, so Terry. Yeah, the Stonewall Brigade, you know, they gained some experience, I think. It looks like it. And we'll replace the 96 casualties of the Stonewall Brigade here. Doesn't cost much to do that. We lost 32 men in Marsh's brigade. So I'll go ahead and replace them as well. 2 skirmishers were lost. That's not too difficult to replace. Terry lost about 300 plus men, so he's a little bit more heavily hit. The Irish Brigade, just a little bit. And Bartow's widows lost a small number of men as well. So you can see here we've strengthened the force back to its starting point. We're going to fill out this 3rd division. I'm a big proponent of artillery, so we have 2 infantry brigades. We're going to add an artillery unit as well. We've got some cavalry already assigned to it. So let's see what we've got available. We've got 6-pounders and 12-pounders in the shop. We also have just a single Napoleon to draw from, up to 7 ordnance rifles to draw from. I like batteries of 8 guns. That'll be difficult to do. We could do a battery of 7. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut this stream off here. I hope you all enjoyed. Again, I want to say a retroactive Happy Thanksgiving. I know it's Black Friday, so I hope you all are enjoying your long weekend thanks to Thanksgiving. I hope you all have a long weekend. And for those of you in the retail space, thank you for the sacrifices that you make. I worked in customer service for 2.5 years on the phones, so believe me, I know about being there when the customer needs you there, as opposed to what you'd like to be doing. But big shout out to all of you. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream or the video. We just won, obviously, that surprising victory where we seized some Union goodies. We took some a convoy, or at least a part of a convoy, and met with some success. So far this stream is going better than it went as a Union soldier. So the Confederacy does seem to be a little bit better suited to us, at least early in the war. But again, things are going well, and I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Until next time, however, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and I'm out.